They say love is patient, love is kind. But what happens when pride, shame, and temptation destroy what should be cherished most? This is the story of a man who, ashamed of his wife, turned to another woman, thinking he had found happiness. But what he did next left everyone speechless. Stay with me until the end, because what unfolds is not just a story. It's a mirror that may reflect your own life. Ravi was a man who seemed to have it all. Wealth, reputation, respect in his community. People admired him for his success, his sharp dressing, and the way he carried himself. But behind his polished exterior was a man filled with insecurities. His wife, Meera, was the complete opposite of what his world expected. She was simple, soft-spoken, and never cared about the latest fashion trends. She didn't know how to walk in high heels or paint her face with makeup. Her saris were plain, her hands always busy with household chores, and her laughter too, unpolished for the glamorous parties Ravi attended. At first, Ravi loved her simplicity. He married her because she reminded him of home, of purity, of something real. But as his career climbed and he entered circles of people who lived for appearances, he began to feel embarrassed. Whenever his colleagues invited him to social gatherings, he found excuses not to take Meera along. "She's not comfortable with these things," he would say, hiding the truth that he wasn't comfortable being seen with her. Then came Priya, his secretary. Smart, stylish, confident. She was everything Meera wasn't. She laughed at his jokes, understood his business world, and carried herself with a grace that impressed everyone. Slowly, without realizing it, Ravi started spending more time with Priya, using work as the excuse. At first, it was just professional, but soon late-night meetings turned into dinners, and dinners into whispered secrets. Meera noticed. She noticed the cologne that lingered longer, the phone calls taken in another room, the way Ravi's eyes no longer met hers during dinner. Still, she said nothing. She served him his meals, asked about his day, and smiled through her tears. But deep inside, her heart was breaking. The world saw Ravi as a successful man, but Meera saw a stranger, one who was slowly slipping away. The turning point came on the night of Ravi's company's 25th anniversary gala. It was the biggest event of his career, and everyone expected him to arrive with his wife. But Ravi, ashamed, asked Priya to accompany him instead. When he walked into the ballroom with Priya on his arm, whispers filled the room. His colleagues smiled politely, but in their eyes was judgment. His boss raised his brows but said nothing. Everyone knew Priya was his secretary. Everyone noticed that his wife was missing. Meanwhile, at home, Meera sat alone. She had prepared herself to go with him that night, her sari neatly pressed, her hair combed simply, her bangles shining softly. But when Ravi told her coldly, "You don't have to come. It's not your kind of event," she quietly folded her clothes back into the cupboard. She didn't argue. She just whispered, "I understand." At the gala, Ravi was enjoying the attention, the admiration of having Priya by his side. But as the night wore on, something gnawed at him. Every time someone introduced Priya as his secretary and gave him a knowing smile, shame burned inside him. And when one of his mentors, a man he deeply respected, leaned close and said, "Ravi, success is nothing if you are ashamed of the woman who stood by you before it all," his heart sank. That night, instead of celebrating, he drove home restless. Priya expected to be taken somewhere after the event, but Ravi dropped her off without a word. His thoughts were not with her. They were with Meera. When he entered the house, he saw her asleep on the couch, still in the simple sari she had worn, waiting for him. Beside her was a plate of food she had kept warm and touched, just for him. And in that moment, everything broke inside Ravi. He knelt beside her, tears filling his eyes. He realized that while he chased the admiration of strangers, the only person who loved him without condition was the one he had hidden away. The next day, Ravi did the unthinkable. In front of his entire office staff, he called Meera to the company headquarters. She arrived shyly, unsure why she was there. And then Ravi, his voice trembling, introduced her not as his wife in passing but as the reason behind every success he had achieved. He told the truth that while others saw only his sharp suits and deals, it was Meera who sacrificed silently, who encouraged him when he was nothing, who kept his home alive so he could chase his dreams. He admitted his shame, his mistake, and his betrayal. The office was stunned. Priya quietly excused herself, her pride shattered, but the employees broke into applause. Many were moved to tears. That moment didn't just change Ravi's life, it changed his marriage. Meera forgave him, not because she was weak, but because she was strong enough to love without conditions. And Ravi learned that respect for one's partner is not optional. It's the foundation of everything. To the world, love may look imperfect. It may not always be glamorous, stylish, or polished. But the truth is, real love doesn't need approval from others. The one who stands beside you in your darkest hours is the one who deserves to stand beside you in your brightest. So ask yourself, are you ashamed of the one who sacrifices for you, or are you proud enough to hold their hand before the world? Because sometimes, the real shame is not in who your partner is, but in not valuing them enough. And friends, this is a tale as old as time, played out in homes and boardrooms across the globe. We see men like Ravi, successful, driven, yet haunted by insecurities. And we meet women like Meera, who stand as anchors of love and support in the storm of ambition. But here's the question I want you to ponder over. Why do we often find ourselves in this tangled web of societal expectations and personal choices? Is it the relentless pressure to conform to certain standards of success and lifestyle? Or is it the subtle, insidious nature of pride that can lead us to betray what truly matters? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights might just be the light that someone else needs. Also, we often shy away from the imperfections and vulnerabilities in our relationships, but it's in these imperfections that the beauty of genuine love resides. Can you relate to any part of this story? Has it brought back memories of similar situations you've encountered in your own life or relationships? Your experiences are valuable. Share them with us. Your stories have the power to connect with others who might be going through the same emotions. And remember, in the tapestry of life, each thread, each experience, no matter how challenging, contributes to the richness of our journey. So let's continue to weave our stories together. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us, and we promise to keep bringing stories that will touch your heart and soul. Until next time, take care and stay connected with us.